You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the present attorney to be with you prior to question, to be with you during question if you so desire.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are detained.
Okay, well, can I get a lawyer?
No, you're not entitled to when you're under investigation.
You want to get this taped off?
I need to get a lawyer. Why? I didn't do anything.
Your car was just involved in a hit-and-run collision where a pedestrian was hit. And don't make faces like you don't know what I'm talking. But listen to me.
Oh my God.
Listen
okay.
to me. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony. This isn't my first day. I know that you were driving and you were worried about it because you're drinking. If you continue, listen to
get
me.
my cigarettes. You can ask the hi-fi security guard. Like.
Then how did your car have damage on your windshield?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no
listen
idea.
to me. Because of the nature of the incident and the injuries, if you continue to say we don't know that you're driving and you don't know what happened to your car, we're going to do DNA tests and all sorts of other things to the car, and it's going to show that you were in the driver's seat. I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me. I already know she was driving. I'm not stupid. We have witnesses and we have cameras.
How am I lying to you? Tell me how I'm lying to you.
This vehicle hit a pedestrian.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
And you wonder how you're lying to me.
When we're done, I don't have time to waste you reading documents. I served you, that's all I need to do. And if you don't put your arm out, you're going to be strapped down. We don't want that. Put your arm out so we don't have to tie you down like an animal.
Hello, and welcome back to Legal Dissent, where we evaluate your constitutional rights before they're taken away. Thank you all for joining us, and we have been so humbled by the amount of love and support that has just overwhelmed us over the past week. 20,000 subscribers, and so many of your kind comments, emails, and messages about my recent diagnosis. I really do love this community, and thank you so much for making it absolutely amazing. If you would like to join our community that encourages government transparency and accountability, please do consider subscribing, liking this video, and interacting with us in the comments below. Today, we evaluate the footage of multiple officers from the Scottsdale, Arizona Police Department that wrongfully arrested and violated the civil rights of Yesenia Garcia back in May 24th, 2020. This was submitted by a subscriber, and if you have videos you'd like us to review, please send it our way. All of our contact information, along with the sources, statutes, and case law, are located in the description. Garcia and her boyfriend were enjoying a night out at a club in Scottsdale, Arizona. While they were inside the club, security footage shows a random individual jumping onto her car and kicking in the windshield for no apparent reason. When the couple came out to the car to retrieve Garcia's cigarettes, they were shocked to find the vehicle damaged and waved down nearby police officers to report the incident. The officers were in the search of a car that had just committed a hit and run less than a half-mile away from the club, and the police were so sure that Garcia was the driver of that vehicle involved in the hit and run that one officer immediately Mirandized her.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the present attorney to be with you prior to question, to be with you during question if you so desire.
Yeah, I told him, like, oh my God, no. What the hell? Are you serious? And then I'm like, look, the cops are right there. Should we tell them? And he's like, yeah, hold on. And then he went to go get you guys.
So when you got back here, you saw your car and then you saw us and you went to us, you never got in your car?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's going to answer. Okay, Yesenia, is I say your name is Yesenia?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So my name is Officer Roberson. I'm with the traffic unit, and I'm here to assist with the investigation. I've got some bits and pieces of what's been said.
Yeah.
So you correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I've been told that you and your boyfriend were at a club. You came back, found your car like this.
Correct.
Contacted the police who were already in the area.
Yeah.
Is that right? And I just heard you tell Sergeant.
Yes.
Sergeant right here that you didn't get in your car at all.
No, not at all. We saw the lights.
Okay.
And so I'm like, should we tell the cops? And then that's when my boyfriend's like, yes.
All right.
And then he went to go get them.
Okay. So over the course of this evening, how much alcohol would you say you've consumed?
Probably three drinks at High Five.
3 drinks? Okay. Do you know what kind of drinks they were?
Vodka soda, and then vodka soda, and then I had a Captain and Sprite.
Okay, so how many vodka sodas?
2. And
Okay,
then
and one Captain Sprite?
Yes.
All right. What time you started drinking your very first drink?
Yeah, that when we got here.
Okay, I didn't know
at the bar.
that. It could be, for all I know, it could be an hour after you got here. I don't know. I wasn't here. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
So was it as soon as you got here, an hour and a half ago,
Yes.
you had your first drink?
Yeah.
Okay. And what time do you think it is right now?
I have no idea. Probably 9:30.
What time did you finish your last drink?
I wasn't looking at the watch.
Okay, well, how long did it take, do you think, to consume the alcoholic beverages?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are detained.
Okay,
You're under investigation.
well, can I get a lawyer?
No, you're not entitled to when you're under investigation.
You want to get this taped off?
I need to get a lawyer. Why? I didn't do anything.
Ma'am,
No, we're
listen
okay.
to me. Listen to me.
No, we'll back up. We're good. We'll back up. No, understandable. Why am I not entitled to a lawyer, sir?
Because you're not in custody and you're under investigation, that's why.
Okay, so if I'm in custody and under
I just told
investigation.
you not in custody, but you are under investigation.
Okay, so then I'm not detained.
Yeah, you are detained. You're just not arrested.
Okay.
The Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees your right to an attorney when accused in a criminal prosecution. The words of this amendment have been carefully scrutinized and picked apart in multiple Supreme Court decisions. When this right to an attorney kicks in is based on the word accused. The United States Supreme Court held in Miranda versus Arizona that when you are accused of a criminal act and are subject to custodial interrogation, you are entitled to an attorney. They define custodial interrogation as questioning initiated by law enforcement officers after a person has been taken into custody or otherwise deprived of his freedom of action in any significant way. You don't have to be in handcuffs or in an interrogation room at the police station to be in custody and interrogated. Courts use a reasonable person standard revolving around the totality of the circumstances involved when deciding if someone is subject to custodial interrogation or not. If a reasonable person would believe that they were under arrest or in custody, then they are entitled to an attorney, and all questioning by the police must then cease. In this case, Garcia had been told that she is not free to go. She has been Mirandized, she is surrounded by officers blocking her freedom of movement, and the officers have made it clear from their questioning that she is a suspect in a criminal investigation. Therefore, in my opinion, she's clearly subject to custodial interrogation, and she is entitled to an attorney. All questioning by the police must cease, and any information they glean from this point on would be inadmissible in court as fruit of the poisonous tree. However, instead of respecting Garcia's rights, the officers continue to interrogate her, and Sergeant Brian Steele goes to give her boyfriend one more chance to be honest.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you. I'm going to give you one more chance to be honest with us. We're pulling the cameras and we're bringing a witness over that saw the car driving.
Okay.
It's a crime to provide false information to law enforcement. So when you I'm giving you an out. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
So let me tell you this though. Before the person that was hit assaulted somebody and was running. I know she's concerned because she's been drinking. Normally, when it's a hit and run involving injury, it's a felony.
And I'm telling you, I need you guys collectively to believe me and understand we are not lying to you. We were not driving this car on 6th Ave or 6th Street, wherever you guys
have the
say
keys
you guys
for the
were at.
car. This vehicle just hit a person.
This vehicle did not just hit a person.
It
I'm telling you
100%
that.
hit a person.
You cannot put this vehicle there at this
So
person,
when we test the DNA
site.
off the windshield, it's not going to come back to the guy that's in the hospital right now in
I
life-threatening
could
condition.
not tell you that because me or her were not driving this car. I have the keys. There's no other way to drive this car because I have the keys on it. We've been here since 9 o'clock.
Pull video.
Okay, go grab the video and then...
Pull video from there, and while you had to pull video from Hi-Fi and Casamigos, you will see we've been here.
If we pull the video
9.
from Casamigos and Hi-Fi, it's going to show you guys leaving right before the accident happened.
No, it's not. You're making a scenario for that works out for you guys.
Your vehicle, the one you have keys to that nobody else could have driven, the seating position is only in a position that your girlfriend could have fit behind the driver's...
because she drove here.
But the problem is...
Listen, please listen to me.
I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me.
I'm not lying to you.
You guys drove
I have
here.
no reason, sir, I have no reason to lie to you.
Was the vehicle damaged when you guys parked it?
No.
How would the vehicle have gotten damaged if you are the one that has the keys for it and nobody else has the ability to drive it?
I'm telling you, what is your name?
Sergeant Steele.
Sergeant Steele. I am telling you, she drove here perfectly fine, parked here. When we parked here, she said, there's always a parking spot on this street. Never fails. That's exactly what she did. When we arrived here, there were 2 units here already. When we arrived here, there were 2 units here. Nothing was wrong with this vehicle at all. We walked to Casa Amigos, met her brother and her sister-in-law there. Then we went to High Five. That is what we did tonight.
And then you came back and somehow
And
the car that you have...
and we came to this. And that's why I came over to the officers that was over there on the bike, because I was thinking, okay, should I call 911? Then I saw the cops over there. I was like, oh.
The problem is as you guys left, we're involved in a collision. You panicked.
No, we did
you
not.
pulled over here.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Okay.
You cannot pin that. You're not pinning that on us, because that is not the truth.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
You're
not saying that this vehicle
listen,
was involved.
Listen,
in
stop
a hit and
talking
run.
for a second. You're not listening to me. The person that was hit by the car was technically at fault because they're running from committing a crime.
Okay.
So if we can identify the owner and deal with that part of it, the seriousness of leaving the scene goes away a little bit because the person that was running was at fault. The person that's driving this car continues to lie to us. It makes us lean towards the felony part of it because they left a serious injury collision.
This is a classic technique used by officers to coerce individuals into making false confessions. Lying about available evidence and offering an out to admit to a lesser crime is widespread throughout law enforcement and is viewed as good police work by many departments. Sergeant Steele does not have the ability or the authority to lean anyone towards felony or misdemeanor charges. The crime he is trying to get the couple to admit to is fleeing the scene of an accident with an injury. There is no way that this would not be charged as a felony by the prosecutor, no matter what the surrounding circumstances might be. This is another example of why you do not talk to the police without an attorney, even if it seems like it might be in your best interest at the time. This case shows an example of what is a common issue with police today, which is they're not always searching for the truth or for justice, but merely for an arrest where a conviction will stick.
So just before you listen,
I
you're not hearing me because you're still coming back with the same. Listen to me.
And I'm going to summarize what you just said to me.
Listen to me.
You're saying that it lessens the offense of this car being in an incident because the person that got hit is running from a crime.
They were
right. That's what you just said.
They were technically at fault.
Okay.
The driver committed a crime by leaving the scene.
Okay.
But it's common when somebody's scared.
Okay.
It's not.
Please, Officer Stitt, understand. I'm not scared. I'm not trying to weasel my way out of anything. I'm not trying to weasel our way out of anything.
I just want you to understand the whole circle of what happened.
Okay.
Because when we identify the driver, and listen to me, and she continues to lie, and then you are not truthful, just listen to me. You are putting yourself in. I already know she was driving. I'm not stupid. We have witnesses and we have cameras. I'm trying to help protect you guys now because now you're lying to us and she is lying to us.
So you're telling me you refuse to believe us. You're telling me I'm lying to you.
Yes.
And I'm telling you the complete truth. I'm telling you. How am I lying to you? Tell me how I'm lying to you.
This vehicle hit a pedestrian.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
And you wonder how you're lying to me.
No, it did not.
Okay. Well, you were forewarned.
What?
I explained to you.
Please, hold on. Tell me this. What time did a vehicle hit another pedestrian?
About 15 minutes before we found you. We started driving. Let's
15
stop
minutes
interrupting me.
before
Can you stop interrupting me? We started making right turns, which is common after somebody commits a crime. And as we made a right turn, we found the vehicle that was involved in it.
Okay. 15 minutes after somebody was hit, we were literally walking over here.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you about the same thing. Just think about what I told you.
Can I show you? Let me show you the transactions. Let me show you the transactions.
I don't need to see the transactions.
Why? Why? Because it validates my truth?
No, there's evidence that you can't dispute.
That's not evidence about anything.
There's a person that hit the windshield.
Nobody hit the windshield.
Okay.
This car...
All right, I'm not going to argue with you, man.
These officers were incompetent and they failed to conduct a thorough investigation. The couple had receipts proving that they were in the club during the hit and run. They had witnesses willing to testify that it was physically impossible for them to be in two places at once. The club and surrounding businesses had security footage that proved their car was there the entire time, and that an individual running by smashed their window. The police had access to these recordings and watched them before Garcia was ever placed in handcuffs, and they determined per the police report that the video was inconclusive. They stated she had shards of broken glass on her clothing, but she didn't. Regardless, they made her strip at the police station and they forcibly took her blood. She asked to see the warrant for the blood draw and was told by Officer Ben Roberson, "I don't have time to waste with you reading documents. If you don't put your arm out, you're going to be strapped down. Put your arm out so we don't have to tie you down like an animal." Yet again, an individual is forced to prove their innocence to the police after being arrested, having her mugshot distributed, her blood forcibly taken, and her freedom deprived. Even though we live in a land where you are innocent until proven guilty. Sergeant Steele and Officer Roberson and all the other officers involved in this case should be ashamed. The Scottsdale, Arizona Police Department should be ashamed. Garcia was eventually exonerated, and on May 24, 2021, she filed a lawsuit against the officers, the police department, and the city of Scottsdale asking for $300,000. However, she originally dropped the case, claiming it was not financially viable because of the qualified immunity defense put forth by the officers. Fortunately, 2 attorneys recently picked up the case, and it is still pending. Police Chief Jeff Walter released a statement about the conduct of his officers. In it, he claims that he is committed to maintaining a culture of accountability, transparency, and professionalism, and that the internal affairs report will be on his desk no later than September 14th. What do you think should be the appropriate disciplinary action taken upon Sergeant Steele and the other officers involved? Fired? Suspended? Write-up? What do you think is a just consequence for the wrongful deprivation of an individual's liberty? Let us know in the comments below. And remember that no matter who you are, you have value and you have rights. Do not be afraid to use them, and we'll see you next time right here on Legal Dissent.